What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy CamATL, and welcome back to another MLB DFS video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section and enter your name into the $50 giveaway I do every single week on this channel. Welcome, man, for an MLB DraftKings video, baby. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm not gonna take up too much of y'all's time. I'm on the Greenlight DFS lineup optimizer at greenlightdfs.com. As you guys know, over at Greenlight, we provide optimals. We give you the most optimal line about 15 minutes before the game start that you could possibly have. Yeah, utilizing research, just experience in general, lineup construction experience, all that stuff to make sure we have the most optimal version that you could possibly play before the game start. Whatever happens after, I mean, obviously the players have to come out and still do what they're expected to do, but we provide optimals and have been having a ton of success at Greenlight DFS over the last 7+ years. So it's been a fun ride, man. Excited to keep it going. We've been hot lately as well. So let's go ahead and have a huge Sunday today. Let's get straight into it. So I'm really liking the core for today. So first off, Jacob DeGrom and Grayson Rodriguez are the two pitchers I'm rocking with. Grayson Rodriguez is an absolute lock, and Jacob DeGrom has been on fire. The dude's got a tremendous K rate. We all know about Jacob DeGrom. He's an absolute monster. When he's on slates, when guys with this type of K rate upside are on slates, you just lock it in and you figure out what you're gonna do in the bats. But you make it happen to get Jacob DeGrom. So Jacob DeGrom, not only is his upside the highest, but he's got the highest floor. He's a fantastic option in this game against Oakland today. Absolutely love him, and I don't care what he's priced. He could be 20K. I'm locking him in there. Grayson Rodriguez is somebody who has a very high ceiling in this game here against Detroit. Detroit's obviously a high strikeout team. Grayson Rodriguez is projected in Vegas to go over 5.5, and it's heavy money on the over that. He's got some good stuff. He's got high K potential in this matchup here, and he's only 6K and really makes everything work. Because you're spending up for DeGrom, you're able to get a high K guy here to also give you a good potential as well, and then you're able to get some bats in there as well, some big time bats to go ahead and put you in a good position to succeed, obviously. So when it comes to the bats, I'm going to start off with Byron Buxton because Minnesota's the highest total on this slate for good reason against Patrick Corbin, the bad lefty. Byron Buxton is an absolute monster, and he's only 4.9 in the highest total righty-lefty matchup. It's just criminal what they did to him, pricing him at 4.9. I mean, everybody should have him in the lineups, to be honest with you. It's a fantastic spot for him today. All right, so I'm rocking with Byron Buxton to start off my core that I'm rocking with for today's slate. And then at first base, I'm rocking Rowdy Tellez. Now, if you guys know me over the last few years or so, I play a lot of Rowdy Tellez because he's just a consistent guy with a ton of power, and he's always priced at the low 4Ks, high 3Ks range. And he's got an amazing matchup here, lefty-righty matchup against Bello. Solid spot for him here, man. He's got a 263 ISO versus right-handed pitching. Bello gives up a 317 batting average versus lefties. So he's going to struggle here against Milwaukee because Milwaukee's got some very solid lefties in the lineup. I've got a value lefty from Milwaukee. I'm loving that they never want to raise the price on. That is a fairly consistent value that I've been playing a lot of this year. And that's going to be Tarang. Bryce Tarang, lefty righty matchup, projected to bat around 7th or 8th in the batting order. He's a fantastic option, man. Tarang is a guy who has a 273 average versus righties, but like I said, that matchup against Bello, that 273 already is pretty solid. And then the matchup against Bello makes it even better. I mean, Bello just gives it up to lefties. So you really want some Milwaukee lefties, especially value lefties at 2-4, that allow you to get DeGrom and some other guys in your lineup. So this is really where I'm starting off the slate today. It's a fantastic way to just kind of start it out and know that you're in a good starting place and then build from there. Jacob DeGrom, Grayson Rodriguez, Rowdy Tellez, Bryce Tarang, and Byron Buxton is the core that I'm rocking with for DraftKings today. It's a fantastic spot for all of them. Let's switch over to FanDuel and just take a look at what we got for FanDuel real quick. So, first and foremost, Byron Buxton popping incredibly hard. I'm locking in Byron Buxton as a core over here. Let's go to pitchers. Honestly, on FanDuel, a lot of times you've got guys really, really well priced. I mean, you can go with the Grayson Rodriguez option at 8.5, or you can go to Grom. That's really what it comes down to. One of those two guys. If you're going Rodriguez, you're trying to get up with the bats, hoping for some double dong upside. But Jacob DeGrom's the guy that I'm going to go with for cores. I think this is what most people need to be rocking with, just kind of to have their safety there, but yet have that DeGrom huge upside. And if you have those value bats come in, you're going to be looking fantastic. Let's take a look at the value options over on FanDuel real quick. So you've got John Barity. I'm not sure if that's how you say his name or not. Barity, whatever. At 2.5, he's in a fantastic spot. Supposed to lead off, projected to lead off for Miami today. I'm going to use him as a value bat over here on FanDuel, and I'm going to lock in another guy that I'm really liking as a value option on this slate over here on Minnesota is going to be Carlos Correa at 2.9. I love Minnesota. And on FanDuel, they kind of make it tough on you to fade Minnesota because look at this. Jose Miranda batting fourth, 2.5. Carlos Correa batting second, 2.9. Solano leading off, 2.4. Byron Buxton, 3K. Like they're begging you to stack up Minnesota. So if you want to get different on FanDuel, it would be getting off of Minnesota for another stack. Because Minnesota's such an obvious stack over here. And because they're such good prices for the best spot on the slate, you got to get DeGrom. I think when in the beginning of talking about FanDuel, when I was saying, hey, you either go this way or Grayson Rodriguez, now that I've looked at the prices on these bats, on these value bats in Minnesota, I mean, it makes it pretty obvious. You're going Jacob DeGrom on FanDuel. If you're not going DeGrom, then you're just building wrong. When it comes to roster construction, this is the way you need to go. This is the optimal kind of build to go with. All right, Jacob DeGrom, Barity, Correa, and Buxton. I'll add one more just to make it 5. Let's get outside of the Minnesota game. TJ Friedl is in a fantastic spot as well. He's a guy I've really been keeping an eye on today. He's got the righty matchup against Vince Velasquez. Fantastic spot for him here in this one. He has mashed Velasquez in a small sample size, and Velasquez unfortunately gives up a lot of power. A lot of power to lefties. 202 ISO, 366 WOBA as well. Lefties just do very well against him. All right, so Cincinnati stack would kind of be getting off that Minnesota to get a little different here, and I do like them. Definitely like Texas. What Adalis Garcia did yesterday was absolutely ridiculous on that later slate. Absolutely crazy performance by him. But that's it, man. We got Jacob DeGrom, John Barity, Carlos Correa, Byron Buxton, and TJ Friedl is going to be kind of the core guys that I'm looking at over on FanDuel. And then with this being said, I mean, you got 3150 remaining for the rest of the way. You got plenty of value. I mean, yeah, it should be pretty easy to build with DeGrom. But if you want to make some versions with Grayson, then I'm not going to hate you for it. I'm going to understand it because he does have the solid K rate. And when you sort point per salary, I mean, him and Kyle Muller are at the top of this list option up here. So I do really like Jason. I'm either going Grayson Rodriguez on all sides. I'm going Grayson Rodriguez, Jacob DeGrom. I'm going a lot of both those guys. Those are the guys I'm leaning on today, and I feel pretty comfortable about it. All right. Let's get this money, y'all. Thank you guys for joining me as always. GreenLightDFS.com to join the squad, baby. We got combo packages. You can grab NBA and MLB together for weekly, for daily, whatever you want to do, or you can lock in for the season. It's going to be a huge MLB season. NBA is almost done. We're nearing the end of NBA, and then we're just going to be rocking MLB for the rest of the season. So it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be, once again, a huge season as it's always been. And excited to just get this money, man. Not only in the sports betting world on the player props, but DFS just continue to dominate and have that potential for that top spot and getting those big, huge thousands and thousands and thousands of wins, takedowns days. That's the focus, man. While everybody else kind of sleeping, it's a great time of year when everybody starts sleeping and a lot of people stop playing DFS. It's really time to dominate through baseball. It's always been that way, and it'll continue to be this year. So let's get it, y'all. Y'all have an amazing Sunday, and I'm out. Peace.